Hi group one, this is going to be your message. Okay, when I asked what the topic is, I got this card. It says sweet goals, desserts, and sweetness and sauciness has been a reoccurring theme throughout my day today. So it says the sweet taste of victory is just around the corner, and she has a sucker. Okay, so that's going to be our topic. What victory is on its way to you, group number one. So we're going to start by finding out who is this message for, who is the viewer today. Group number one. Okay, so we have the fashionista, and that makes perfect sense because the song that came up for you in the shuffle was Beauty by Lado. I hope I'm pronouncing that artist name correctly. And I was listening to that song, and my face right here, it started twitching and drooping, and it really freaked me out. But that's part of Lyme disease. So that could be symbolic for you, something to do with your physical appearance and your looks, something related to your physical beauty, your spiritual beauty, okay? This also has to do with your beauty and outlook in life. This could have something to do with someone that you find beautiful, something that you find beautiful. This could even be an addiction, okay? I was picking up on that with the lyrics that this could be an addiction, that there could be a victory over something that you have this like love-hate relationship with. Or it could just be self-image, right? With the fashionista, this could be your relationship with physical possessions and finding balance. So it says attractive and well-groomed designer model, iconic style, enjoys attention and lives in the big city. Okay, and I'm kind of picking up on blindness with her eyeglasses as well. The basic dude, okay, is what came out. It says, a typical man enjoys masculine hobbies, follows societal norms, can lack individuality, and believes in traditional values. So I feel like for some of you, you're female, and this has to do with beauty, and for others of you, this has to do with somebody that you find beautiful. Okay, it could be kind of like, I'm picking up on that movie Shallow Hal. Okay, so it could have something to do with looking deeper for some kind of reoccurring pattern related to your relationships and breaking a cycle. This is a victory that's coming in for you, because I believe in that song, the last lyric, he says, beauty, leave me be, or something. Don't come near me. Something like that. We have the native is coming out. So some of you could have ancestral roots, indigenous roots related to Native American heritage. It says indigenous roots, follows cultural traditions, performs rituals and ceremonies, deep core values, interested in spirituality, and you may host retreats. We also have the sassy one showing up here. Okay, so the salesman just popped out of the deck when I picked it up. So the salesman could also be applicable. That's weird. When I held it up just now, I thought I saw like a shadow here. That's interesting. So there could be some kind of like, not to scare anybody, but there could be like some kind of shadow people that you've been seeing. There could be victory, like a spiritual victory over some kind of presence that's been following you, because I know I've been researching a lot about shape-shifting energy related to Native American lore, and so that could be a reason why this is coming up. So let's find out more about this victory. So just be mindful of trickster energy right now. We have loyalty. Okay, so the victory that's coming in towards you, group one, is having friends, connections, relationships, lovers, family that's loyal to you. And I feel like you're going to be loyal to yourself as well. You're not going to be sabotaging yourself. We have cold-blooded in reverse. You're going to be overcoming certain spiritual entities that wanted to block your success. We have jealousy showing up here. Okay, this could be connections in the past. You're used to being kind of scapegoated because of envy, because people are not showing up to their fullest potential, and so they kind of project that onto you. We have return back to sender here. Okay, so I feel like you're returning some of these projections back to sender. You're getting really used to making lemonade out of these lemons that some of these people send you, the sour energy that people are sending you, these fishy offers. I feel like you're getting better at sending it back, and this is why these loyal connections are going to be coming in for you. Also, with this loyalty card, I'm picking up on loyal medical professionals, medical advice. May every evil eye go blind. I told you I was picking up on blindness with that girl's glasses. Interesting that sorrow is coming up here. Toxic sorrow. Ooh, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Mercy was another song that was coming on earlier. I think it was by Jacob Barnes or Stephen, I'm not sure, but I'm going to link it. Okay, we have Union here showing up. I feel like there's some kind of connection, somebody who's feeling empathetic towards your situation now. I feel like this person may have been destructive towards you at one time. This could be somebody that you have strong feelings for. But that, I feel like for a lot of you, it's in your best interest to love yourself more than you had love for this person. Sometimes we see things, we see through the eyes of their potential because that's how God created them to be, to embrace their highest potential. But unfortunately, not everybody is going to meet their highest potential, okay? People are going to need their actions to align with the words that they're speaking. I'm also feeling like with the strong tongue card here, when this connection comes back to apologize, really hold them accountable and, tell them, represent for yourself, self-advocate for yourself, how you were feeling and the turmoil that they put you through. Do not let them off easy is something that's really coming through. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have Divine Feminine. I feel like this has to do with you prioritizing this feminine energy, okay? Whether that's your other half or this is your inner power, your self-love, your ability to embrace your feminine energy and to not shy away from certain beauty rituals or practices that people have been trying to make you feel ashamed of, because there is this sense of jealousy of, you know, they can kind of step into that light themselves. They can learn to express themselves and represent themselves in whatever form speaks to their soul. Okay, we have peace and natural disasters showing up here together. So if you have been going through a period of, because this tornado is hitting this house, destroying this house, this could be related to your family, this could be related to your home, this could be related to your finances, whatever the storm is that's been in your life. I do see that peace is coming through for you. So this is some kind of this is a victory for you. Okay, we have love lockdown and was showing up in the reverse. So I feel like if you have been holding your heart back in any way, these conversations are going to free you to be able to love again, to find that peace at home, in your relationships. Okay, once again, let's find out more. Victory, sweet victory coming in for group number 1. We have dead flowers when I split the deck. So I feel like for a lot of you, this apology, that is coming in for you, it's far overdue. And for a lot of you, you feel like if they had apologized a lot earlier, it would have meant a lot more. But there is this this suffering that has come in. For others of you, I feel like if this is medically related, if this is for your health, you may be wondering if it's too late. And I feel like nothing is impossible with God. Dead flowers came out again, so let's read it. It says, decay, bonds are breaking, grief, too much time has passed, sadness, negative energy around you, and death. Okay, something about death and these dead flowers. Finding beauty in life, right? Like, it's like we embrace our body when we realize it's being taken from us. When it starts to break down and decay, and we start to experience illness or disease, then our heart is open to compassion and understanding towards others. Then we want to make amends, right? When we're faced with our own mortality and time. There's definitely something here. We have angel here in seed. There's definitely something here about God planting the seed, angels planting the seed of knowledge of wisdom through knowledge of seeds of wisdom through what could be upsetting news. Okay, I'm picking up on Psalm 91 where, you know, the feathers are falling down, and I believe it said you'll witness the retaliation. You'll witness the fall of the wicked. Okay, but there is good luck coming in for you, group number 1. There is this period of prosperity for you and your partner, for you and your woman, for you and your man, okay? And I do see a glow up also as well. Glow up, beauty, self-love. We have round table showing up here. Seek advice from others, unsatisfied. Weigh options before making decisions. Feeling incomplete. Let's find out more for group 1. I feel like if you've been feeling like something is incomplete, if you've been feeling like something is lacking, I believe that's why this good luck is coming in. Yeah, the feathers falling down. Self-limited blocks and thoughts, feeling caged and restricted, jealousy, no motivation or inspiration, and fragile. We got lipstick. You are not being entirely truthful, focusing on superficial things, gossip, and a need for new excitement and change. And new opportunities and connections are coming in. So there is a solution to some of this like superficial energy that's falling away. I feel like with this lipstick energy as well, look what's underneath that, more feathers. I feel like with this lipstick energy as well, you're used to masking some of what you're saying, masking your facial expressions. Okay, like I was saying, My face was twitching right here. It was really freaking me out. And it was because this half of my face, I do have facial palsy, which, you know, sometimes it comes across as my mouth looking crooked, but I worry about that manifesting in a more severe way. And so you could be somebody who's learning to express self-love for this body that we're in through what can be terrifying moments or scary moments or even uncomfortable moments or news, or I'm hearing activities. Okay, so I'm feeling called. Hold on a second. Okay, so I looked up verse 4 of Psalm 91. It says, "He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." Okay, it goes on to say that you'll witness the rewards of the wicked, and that he commands his angels to watch over you. And so I believe that the angel and the seed that came out in your cards were signifiers of fruit growing through even the long suffering in your life. Okay, so this is a victory that you're going to be seeing evidence of. Okay, it shall be established forever as the moon and as faithful witness in heaven. Okay, that's Psalm 89, verse 37. I was feeling drawn to. Oh, look at verse 36. "His seed shall endure forever, and his throne as the sun before me. It shall be established forever as the moon and as faithful witness in heaven." That's beautiful. I love that. Okay, and this is what my eye was drawn to as soon as I opened up to Psalm 91. And it says Psalms 90, the very last verse, 17, it says, "And let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish thou the work of our hands upon us. Yea, the work of our hands establish thou it. Let thy work appear unto thy servants, and thy glory unto their children. And let the beauty of our Lord our God be upon us, and establish thou the work of our hands upon us. And yea, the work of our hands establish thou it." Okay, so that's really interesting. Hold on a second. Okay, so I had to look it up in my study Bible because I needed to understand. It felt really significant. So Psalm 90, at the very end, it says, "Make us rejoice for as many days as you have humbled us, for as many years as we have seen adversity. Let your work be seen by your servants, and your splendor by your children. Let the favor of the Lord our God be on us. Establish for us the work of our hands. Establish the work of our hands." How interesting that in one version, in one translation, it says the beauty of the Lord, and in this translation it says the favor. So the victory that's coming through for you, if you're worried that your beauty is fading, if you're worried that it's something that can be taken from you, know that this favor is something that God gifted to you, and this is something that nobody can take away from you, okay? And this, whatever it is that you're creating with your hands, this is going to be a sweet victory coming in for you, and it's going to be something that's witnessed by the people that have been sent to help you on your journey. It's going to be witnessed by your children and generations to come. There is something really significant in most of the piles related to children. So to close out this message, let's get you an affirmation for the inner child, and this can be for your child or it could be for your inner child. It says support. "I will teach my inner child about support. My parents were always too busy holding their own chaotic lives together because I never had anyone but myself to depend on during my childhood. I've learned to trust no one. It's a difficult, lonely way to live. Today I will teach my inner child how it feels to lean on others for support." Showing up and being the support you wish you had is something that you're going to find beauty in. Okay, this is a victory that's coming in for you. "I stand up straight, close my eyes, and imagine sunlight pouring over me." Oh, that Bible verse. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. "My jaw muscles loosen." That's what it says. I'm going to cry right now. "My jaw muscles loosen and my face goes slack. What a relief to let go of my frozen expression. Slowly, my neck releases and my head tilts forward. With my eyes still closed, I feel my shoulders droop, my spine unstiffening. I feel like a limp noodle. My legs begin to wobble. I need to sit in a chair or lean against a wall. I relax fully, knowing I will not fall." I think in the song Beauty, he does kind of reference like needing to feel safe somewhere and needing to just kind of rest. I think he does reference that. But you don't need to do it with temporary connections. You deserve a connection that you can trust, right? I trust my support to keep me from crashing to the floor. Now my inner child and I know how it will feel to have friends who will gladly help me. Now I know I can lean on others for support. Should I pull us one more card before we go? An angel card, maybe? Let's pull us an angel card. Anything closing out for the viewer, please? Angel of Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? They are speaking to you. There could be passed on loved ones sending you messages in your dreams as well, letting you know that you're not alone. Angels have been working with you during dream time by giving you important messages to help you with your situation, okay? There is good luck coming in, so be prepared to receive that, okay? There's a new light that's going to be shed on your life. You're going to be witnessed by many in this abundant, successful chapter, so congratulations. Group 2. What victory is right around the corner for you? I'm creeped out. Okay. Right. I tried to record this so many times, and the last time I just tried to record this, my phone like froze or something, and I was like looking at myself in the video camera, and my like person or whatever, it was like, it was so creepy. Oh, I swear to God, I swear that just happened. Okay, so I was actually talking about demonic energy. I was talking about trickster, shape-shifting, skinwalker energy. Okay, not to mention the unnameable, but look at what's even come up. Okay, it's usually represented, to me at least, by the fox. Okay, sometimes the wolf energy. And ancestors, Native American ancestors, could be significant. Sage is something that came through in my studies. So when I had asked God, how should I handle this monitoring spirit energy that has followed me and other family members, they said that the Native American legends would have the answer. And so I started doing some research. And they didn't say this about the trickster energy in particular, but they were talking about how shapeshifters can wear the different skins of different creatures, even trees, people, and come off as something or somebody that they're not. And they had also mentioned the different reasons why they drank sage tea, why they bathed in sage tea, and they were talking about how it was common practice to brew a big batch and to dilute their drinking water with just a little bit of that sage tea. And they were saying that the Native American practice before their hunting rituals was to drink the sage so that to cover their smells, so that the animals can smell them. And I thought, well, if this demonic energy likes to be animal-like and track its prey, maybe if I start drinking a little bit of sage tea, it won't smell me. Does that make sense? So I wanted to tell you guys that Wolf by Boy Epic was the song that came on to kind of illustrate to me when I had asked specifically what kind of entity it is. And I was reading the Bible verse here. It says, "Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Every one that goeth out thence shall be torn into pieces, because their transgressions are many and their backslidings are increased." Now, I didn't really want to do this message because of all these interferences and attacks and all that. But my friend said, "Oh, I'm afraid of those trees over there. I'm afraid a wolf might come out and eat me." And I was like, "Why did you say that? I was just reading this Bible scripture." And so I read it to her, and it goes on to say, "How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that there are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, and they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses." Now, my friend had asked, does that mean being unfaithful in a relationship? And I said, well, actually, to me, it's like being unfaithful when it says adultery in the Bible. It's unfaithful to God. It's unfaithful to the covenant, the promise, the marriage you have with God as your higher power, and performing idolatry in certain ways, and then passing that down to your children. So for me, this was an experience, an eye-opening experience that I had recently, where God had asked me to trust him fully with regards to my children's future. And it was something that was very nerve-wracking to me. It still is, that the things that we've had to sacrifice and the tears that I've seen come to my family, and how I was able to, almost was willing to take that into my own hands, because my need for control overpowered my need for faith, or my want for faith, right? And I almost gave into that. However, because I didn't, it was shown to me a glimpse of God's plan of what God's able to provide to my children for free strongly surpasses what I was going to work myself literally to death to be able to provide just half the quality of what God is able to provide to my children for free. So that was a huge eye-opening experience to me. And I was writing, I was blogging, journaling about the experience and how putting your son or daughter to the flames through the fire is something in the Bible that's described as witchcraft and abomination, right? As child sacrifice. And I was reflecting on how God had put me through the fire to just such an extreme that had I let my discomfort and my fear, my need for control to take hold of me, my children and I wouldn't even know this alternative situation, this higher timeline existed, right? Had I made an alternate choice and jumped timelines, we would have no way of knowing. My children would say I did the best that I could, and they would inherit my need for control and that lifestyle and that viewpoint of the world, of God and of faith, that God only shows up in certain ways in fairy tales, that this is a real life situation, right? That's them inheriting my flames. That's me putting my own children to the fire, so to speak. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. So let's find out more. What kind of victory? We have Stalker here. And you know what? I'm done with this deck. What kind of success is coming through for group number 2? I feel like somebody's might be stalking you online if you cut them off, if you cut off their phone privileges to you. But what was hidden will be revealed. Truth will come to light. We have spiritual authority here. I feel like they might be having dreams. Okay, they might be having dreams. They might be in certain situations that are feeling uncomfortable for them. They might be going through the flames themselves at this point. It says, settling matters at will with divine authority. They transform situations using only their energy and their words. There's something here about expressing your words. Okay, this could be prayer as well. We have genuine apology. But yeah, I feel like when this apology comes through, they better bring money. Financial. It says financial opportunity. When this apology comes through, don't hold back your words, because there's something powerful about what you're here to say about the situation. And for some reason, this energy wants your faith. It wants the faith of your children. We have petition here. Yeah, something about words. I'm so sorry and I beg for forgiveness. Oh man. I don't even know what to say because there's so many I'm sorry's here. Petition the universe with your heartfelt desires and intentions, trusting that the cosmos will hear and respond. Align your energy with a greater flow, inviting divine intervention and manifestation. And then we have come together. There's something about fire and ice energies here. Hearts ache in the distance, longing to reunite and fill the void of missing one another. And we have fall from grace. So the victory that's coming in for you, that's just around the corner. Fall from grace, poker face, teamwork. I feel like this fall from grace is complete. I feel like the flames that you've been subjected to are complete. I feel like a lot of these demonic attacks are going to be called off. I feel like spiritual opposition is going to be offset with spiritual support. You had this opportunity to fall from grace, but poker face came out again. You stood firm. Some wear a mask of mystery, playing the game with strategic moves, revealing little of their true self. We have Peacock here. And tokens from heaven. There's some kind of financial windfall coming in from ancestors from heaven, from God, a gift from heaven. Peacock energy brings confidence and vibrant self-expression while it can radiate beauty and allure. Be mindful of vanity and pride. Balance your brilliance with humility. There's something. So we have these tokens from heaven and we have poker face. Okay, so there could be something here for some of you. It's not financial advice, but there could be some kind of lucky break. It could be even from gambling. But no matter how this gift comes through, know that it is a gift from God with these tokens from heaven. It's meant to offset some of the suffering, some of the turmoil that these entities have brought in. Your courage and enthusiasm sparks new beginnings and drive forward momentum. Remember to balance your impulsiveness with patience and thoughtful planning. And that's the Aries energy here. What else for group number 2? What kind of victory is right around the corner? Okay, we have Old Soul, search for balance and completion, lessons, spiritual awareness, teaching traits, wise spiritual. You could be teaching a lot of the lessons that you've just endured, especially to the younger generation. You can be finding ways to embrace your culture, the culture of your ancestors, and to pass down some of these teaching methods, because that was something that was really significant from that teacher that was talking about the sage tea. He said that was something, a practice that the older ancestors did that the younger generation has let go, was brewing a big batch of the sage tea and diluting their drinking water with just a little bit of it throughout the day, because it's a little bit bitter, I think. Okay. We have microphone showing up here. Bold and clear communication, being heard, speaker open. Okay, so that's going to be a success. That's right around the corner. You're going to be being heard. Using your voice for good, finding your voice, amplify truth. And we have clock here, so it's time. It's time that you're being heard. What kind of victory is right around the corner for group number 2? We have hand here. Palmistry, support and help. Success is in your hands. Generosity and control. God is giving you control back. That's a blessing. People don't even recognize what a blessing it is to have control over their life, their finances, their ability to leave the house and get in the car and drive wherever they want to go in the world. They have no idea. They take it for granted. Wish fulfillment, good luck, achieving the impossible, amazing opportunities, and aiming high. You're going to be aiming high because this control that's coming in after this miracle, you're going to see what God is able to do, and then God is going to restore that control, because I want to say mutuality, the mutual respect between, what word is that? The mutual respect between you and God. You trust God, you respect God to have control over your life, and God is going to reflect that back to you. With the mirror card here. We have witch. I believe there's a biblical difference between the witches that heal, the kitchen witches that heal with herbs, and the ones that sacrifice their children to the fire. And now hopefully you can understand some of what I'm saying. It says, rejecting societal constraints, untamed feminine power, reclaiming your magic, path of the witch, and healing abilities. Overcoming adversity, with the lotus leaf showing up here. And then the throat. So there's a big emphasis of success with you being able to express yourself. Group 2. It says authentic honesty and leadership, communication, listening, diplomatic purpose, and your inner voice. Okay, that's going to be amplified with the microphone energy. So let's see. Anything else? Excuse me. Let's get I don't know, I'm feeling called to these like well-being cards. I think they're for like exercise and diet. Group 2, any success coming in for group 2. Create a routine. So time management is going to be a great success that's coming in for you. This is your year, okay? The time is now. You're ready for change and nothing will stop you. Mediterranean diet. Okay, I was picking up on a Mediterranean diet earlier, so that's why I'm so excited. Just earlier in my day, and I was picking up on Italy. We have body type here, so embracing your body type, dressing for your body type, being comfortable in your skin. It says, once you understand your current state, body type, consider the structural and metabolic challenges that are associated with it, and then tailor your exercise plan and dietary needs. And your dietary needs could be the Mediterranean diet, so go ahead and research that further. Anything else? Oh, there's a card behind here. Endomorph. Heavier bone structure, gain weight easily and struggle to lose it. Thick rib cage, wide hips, and shorter limbs. Takes hard work to lean out. Weightlifting could be significant for you. And also not weighing yourself, because if you are gaining muscle, obviously that's going to impact the scale. So go ahead and measure yourself instead. Take pictures over time and see how you look different. And measuring yourself with inches is going to give you a more realistic outlook of your progress. We have baby steps, okay? But don't focus too much on that progress, okay? Just know that the baby steps are going to equal greater measures later, is what I heard. When you dive headfirst into a really disciplined diet, you're miserable and less likely to stick with it. Make small changes that last for long-term weight loss. And we also have fun. I feel like some of you could be baking, because dessert was a very strong theme for my day today. It was coming up in the cards all day. So, and the music too. You can never have too much sauce. Mrs. Worldwide by Young Gravy. Saucy little bitch. Okay. And you guys also have vision board here. So success coming in for the things that you've put on your vision board. A big emphasis on prayer is coming through for you guys as well. Anything closing out. I'm making a big mess. She got sauce on the cushion. The Seeker's Eye. Stay vigilant and observant today. Pay attention to details that may reveal hidden truths. Take note of inconsistencies or unusual patterns in your surroundings. Okay, because this is going to give you an indication, a tip off of what's occurring in the spiritual, these patterns of what's manipulating the energy around you, the people around you. Okay, because that was super creepy what happened. We got bewitched here. Be open-minded about what witchcraft in your life really means. By pharmakia, all the nations were deceived. Okay, what kind of things are you taking in? What kind of healing techniques are you listening to? What kind of like gurus are you listening to, right? Because I feel like if they're manipulating you with fear, if they're trying to manipulate your thoughts and your actions, if they want your faith, if they're coming for you simply because your heart is glowing in the dark, because they want your trust, right? They want to make a decision in your life and have you swayed by that, because that is the only way that you can be tricked out of your favor. You can't lose it. You could just be tricked out of it. You can forfeit it. We have the jerk. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. I know. The outdoorsy one, adventure seeker, enjoys hiking. Okay, you could be the outdoorsy one, and there could be jerks around you. Thinks they're above others, selfish, prone to narcissistic tendencies, can attract many eyes, needs an ego boost. The wild one, the traveler. Okay, you need to get away from this narcissistic energy, this controlling energy, this God complex jerk that's in your life. They could be sorry, and you can even find forgiveness, but it's time for you to distance yourself, because I feel like God has more in store for you, especially when it comes to exploring new cultures, traveling to new destinations, and coming into to embrace who it is that you really are. We have the optimist here. You could be naturally an optimistic person, but with wealthy one here, I feel like there's positive days ahead.